Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Breakdown Besties podcast. I'm Ananya,
I'm Akshay.
and together we are your Breakdown Besties. Combined, we have 14 years of experience writing for shows like Mismatched, Wedding.com, Rana Naidu, Grahan, Shark Tank, Inside Edge, and a host of others that got stuck in development hell, but will hopefully see the light of day one day. With the Breakdown Besties podcast, our goal is to bring you a film school experience right to your YouTube classroom. Over here, we break down the scripts that make iconic Bollywood films iconic. We study what works, what doesn't work, how can we emulate the techniques in our own writing, and how can we improve what quite hasn't worked on the screen so that we can create films that absolutely do. Huh? And today, the film that we are going to be breaking down is a 2012 visual delight called Barfi, written by Anurag Basu, Tani Basu, and Sanjeev Datta. Let's do character creation.
So, okay, I'll start and then you add on. I thought this was a masterclass in creating visual empathy for a character. So, in the sense that now what's your biggest constraint is that you can't give him smart one-liners, you can't give him immediate, like, you can't give him big monologues, or you can't give him like dialogues or for humor or for any sort of connection. So what do they do? They do visual humor, which is like using comedy, like visually gags. So I think humor is firstly primarily used to create connection and empathy, but they don't rely on that. They take one step ahead and they use the talking heads of people around him. So you have Shruti's character saying that sab use pasand karte the, you know.
Yeah.
So firstly, we know this character likes Barfi, and everybody else liked it. And this is a technique which we spoke about in Badmash Company, right? Like that, if other characters in your film like your character, oh, your audience will like the character.
Yeah.
So I thought that they did very nicely, and I think they used this a little bit for Jilmil's character also. That they used talking heads of like other people in the home to give her more context, to give
Mm.
her light of story. And the only person they don't do this with is Shruti's character because it's not
Mm.
needed because she can make her own connection with the audience and other
Mm.
characters.
Yeah.
So I thought that was done quite intentionally and very smartly.
Definitely, yeah. Like they have given Ranbir Kapoor's character Barfi traits left, right, and center
Center.
to make him
Yeah.
likable. Like his only limitation is that he's deaf and dumb.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he's clever, he's charming, he's physically extremely adept. He
Yeah.
doesn't even see himself as a victim. He's very
Yeah.
self confident.
Yeah.
They've done a lot of padding to make sure that your
Yeah.
audience
Correct.
loves him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then, another thing I wanted to talk about was character consistency.
Hmm.
Okay. Now, we see Ranbir Kapoor and Priyanka Chopra, Barfi and Jhilmil's character, develop
Hmm.
this habit of constantly scaring each other. Like, boo, boo, you know? It's
Yeah.
established throughout the course of their friendship, courtship, all of that. And then you have the final resurrection moment where Jhilmil calls out to Barfi and he
Hmm.
goes running to find her.
Hmm.
And in that moment, Jhilmil is waiting for him.
Hmm.
Now, as a writer, you are inclined to have like the big hug and kiss and immediately happen. But what they very cleverly done is had
Hmm.
Ranbir Kapoor give her a scare there also, like a boo.
Hmm.
And then they get into the hugging and all of the
Yeah.
romantic mushy stuff. So this is really important. This will come to you in your second draft because this won't come to you
Hmm.
in your first draft
Hmm.
where you realize that this is my character's relationship. The
Hmm.
relationship is not loving and kissing each other. It is built through shared rituals and habits. And this
Hmm.
is a shared ritual that they have. So they have
Hmm.
maintained its consistency and said that just because he's seeing her after a long time doesn't mean he's going to break character. He is going to
Hmm.
be who he is in their relationship.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really important to do. And then I want to point out a trickster character.
Hmm.
There's a trickster trope.
Hmm.
So over here we have a police officer who is constantly on Ranbir Kapoor on Barfi's trail. He is
Hmm.
always chasing him. He's even having him like beaten up when he thinks he's the kidnapper. All of that. You think that there couldn't be a bigger enemy in the story for
Hmm.
Ranbir Kapoor, someone who almost seems to have a personal vendetta against him.
Hmm.
But then, when they say that they're going to frame Ranbir Kapoor's character, that he's
Yeah.
not actually kidnapped Jilmil, but because they can't find the real culprit, he's going
Hmm.
to be the fall guy.
Hmm.
That's when he has a change of heart, a change of conscience, where he's like,
Hmm.
but that's wrong. We can't do this. And he's the one who lets Shruti and Barfi know that you all stick it
Hmm.
out in Calcutta. That, like, this is
Hmm.
happening. This is
Hmm.
a character you, who's, is it a trickster or is it a character like Nawaz's character in Kahani, where he's initially portrayed as
Yeah.
the bad guy
Bad guy.
and
Huh.
then he turns. So,
Yeah.
okay, I will modify what I said. It's not a trickster character. Trickster characters where you're playing both sides and you
Sides.
can
Huh.
never be sure on whose side they are.
Yeah.
But this is creating a character who you think is so one note that could never be on your side.
Hmm.
But when they have the opportunity to turn around, they turn
Hmm.
a 180 and actually
Hmm.
come save the day. This
Yeah.
works because of contradiction in your
Hmm.
character. If
Correct.
they're always being good, good doesn't land again.
Hmm.
But if they're
Hmm.
always being bad and then they're being good, you're like, oh wow, okay,
Hmm.
that lands.
Yeah.
And if you want to watch the complete breakdown of Barfi, the scenes, sequences, hero's journey, dialogues, find the link in the description below, which will take you to the full episode of our breakdown. And we'll see you next week.